Yo, what is goody everybody? It is your boy Kalitri coming at you live from Mr. Blurry Background himself. Do y'all see this? Yes, I told y'all we were upping the production quality in the upcoming videos, but that is not the point of today's video. Today's video is that we are coming at y'all with another episode of The Cocktail Party. Man, where are my manners? Let's just roll the intro. Yo, what is good? What is good? Welcome back. Welcome back. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And this is another episode of The Cocktail Party. This is the weekly show that comes before the menagerie, where we just kind of give you the hype before the jam. This is what I talked about. If you have missed the first episode, you can check it down there in the link to the description, or you just click the channel. It's the last video I posted before the menagerie. And we are here to talk about choice and routine. Now, actually, this is going to be a viewer suggestion. I'll put the comment up here. It is a viewer suggestion. They actually were wondering just some tips, or it looks like some tips. It's a little bit hard to read, but I've made a video like this before. I'll gladly redo it again, just as I feel like it can be better. As usual with the cocktail party, let me know what you are sipping on in the comments. Today, we are sipping on a pumpkin black and white nitro cold brew. So good. It is fall. It's getting crispy, and we're here to enlighten your mind a little bit, let you know about the routine. If you feel like you've been stuck in a rut lately, or if you feel like you've kind of just been going through the motions and you feel like you're caught in the system, the cycle, the trap, this is the video for you. So the way I like to break this down is that it really comes down to two things: choice and routine. You can't really have one without the other. Like, I don't really think they coexist without each other, and I'll explain why. Let's provide some context for the situation. I think it's important to take a spiritual approach, because I think it'll make more sense if we do it that way. So, in case you didn't know, you already have a routine. You do it every day. Whether you are conscious of it or not, that is what I'm here to provide for you. Now, of course, I like to break it down into two things: choice and routine. They're not really mutually exclusive. The only difference is if you become conscious of your choices, then you'll automatically change your routine. It's just that simple. So first things first, I always like to tell people that the choices are all around you. And I mean, they don't have to be big choices every day. I'm not saying you have to wake up and decide to go pursue the biggest goal you've ever had every day. I mean, it's the small ones that can either lead you to success or lead you away from your goals. I mean, something as simple as whether or not you have a bedtime, or whether or not you have an alarm to wake up in the morning. And no, I'm talking about an alarm to wake you up in the morning, not the alarm you set where you sleep until work and then your alarm wakes you up and go to work. See, already in those two different choices of whether or not you have an alarm, or even where you place your alarm for your bedtime, like that can automatically start changing your routine. You just have to be conscious of them. I mean, it could even be something as simple as whether you eat McDonald's or fast food every day, whether or not you're putting home cooked meals, how much exercise you're getting, how much Netflix you're watching, what you're watching on Netflix. You know what I mean? Again, it's simple things where I don't think consumption is talked about a lot, whether it be consumption of media, overconsumption of food, anything. I think there's moderation, but there's also intention. I mean, think about it. If you have worked all day, you've done your career chasing, your meditation, all of your artistic practices, all of those things, and you consciously decide to sit down and watch a movie on Netflix, it's conscious, it's intentional, you don't get sucked into the rabbit hole, plus you've done everything you need to do. Choices and intention. Remember those as we go along. Now, as we get into this, here's where we start getting into the consciousness. You can only be aware of the choices, or you can only recognize the choices that you have if you're aware of them. So if you feel like you're trapped or you're going through a cycle, you need to open and rearrange your perspective on the situation to see if you can see if there are things you can do differently. I mean, again, if you haven't noticed by now, the #1 slogan on our channel is seeing it in your mind and then seeing it in real life. But the reason that is because your reality is based in your mind. How you view the situation, how you view setbacks, challenges, success, your desires, you know? And you have to be aware. You have to open. You have to be willing to view your situation in a different light. I mean, sometimes you may have the opportunity to take a different perspective, but because you've been rooted in the perspective you're already in for so long, you almost forget there's another way to look at the situation. I like to break down choices into two different things: sleeping and being awake. If you don't know your routine right now, or if you feel like you're stuck in a rut going through the motions, it simply just means you're asleep. And that's not a bad thing. I was asleep too. I mean, I'm on like my 3rd daily routine now, so it doesn't matter. I believe you need to wake up, or at least more so, divert more of your attention to what kind of choices you're making throughout the day. And of course, if you recognize your routine, or if you think you're caught through the motions, look at the choices you make every day, where it's like, if you're sleeping in late, what is the choice you're making there? Are you snoozing your alarm? Do you not have an alarm placed? Do you not have priority on getting up in the morning and the urgency? Simple things like that. So if you don't have it, you're asleep. Wake. Be awake. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But of course, how does this feed into the routine? So, routine. Like I mentioned, everybody has one. It's just whether or not you're conscious of it. Now, I believe that if you prioritize making better choices, you can naturally change your routine. Now me, I have my minute to minute, hour by hour tracked down daily. I'm not saying everyone needs to be this extremely organized and detailed, but I think it would be helpful if you went through your day and just noted what you did. Like, note what time you get up, note what you do throughout the day, note what you eat, when you eat it, how you eat it, why you ate it. Like, just really interrogate and examine your daily routine, and then make a list. It'll shock you. I think it'll really shock you when you're like, man, I really do that, or I didn't realize I did that. So those are the simple things that can be elevated. Now, if you believe that that's a little bit too rudimentary, or maybe you want an intermediate version where you're like, I already have a basic routine, but how can I make it better? I like to block it down into phases. So for me, I work at night. And I think the best part about having a routine is scheduling your routine around your work. And I know that seems like obvious, but think about it. You don't work, if you do, maybe you do, but I don't work 7 days a week. I only work 4 days, which means if I schedule my routine about my work days and one in the morning, that means on my off days, I'll have one in the morning already and done my routine, and then I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Maybe I have room to expand on my hobbies or other things I've slotted in a routine for the days I have off. You see what I mean? So it really all builds upon itself. So back to the intermediate version. If you already have a routine, I think this is the chance to identify some goals for yourself. And of course, with the routine, means you're doing it daily or weekly or monthly. I think it would be good where if you identify a goal and then you go, okay, what do I need to do daily, weekly, monthly, etc. to achieve it, and start building it into your routine. Maybe it's working out. So maybe that means on a daily level, you work out 45 minutes just walking outside or going for a light jog. And it's like, okay, weekly, maybe you do that 3 to 4 times a week. And then maybe monthly, you try and hit like 15 to 20 runs or workouts in a month. Those are good things. And then of course, when you zoom out big picture, you see the goal, but yet you tackle it in the micro, you see? So this is all connected. This is all connected. And again, in case you missed it, you won't be able to do this if you aren't willing to examine your life. A lot of these things are self-introspecting topics where you have to take some time and observe yourself. You have to step out of who you are every day and observe yourself for a day. Sounds a little spiritual, sounds a little wild, but again, keep it simple. Conclusion. Let's wrap it all up. Let's wrap it all up and piece it together. And I just want to let you know we're gonna get way deeper into this in the menagerie. So if you're already interested, stay tuned for Friday. But let's wrap it up. There are choices around you that you can make every day. Whether or not you're conscious of them, that is what we were here to discuss. Every day you already make certain choices and you already have a routine. My goal here today was to challenge you to either wake up and view your routine and start to change it, or at least if you feel like you're stuck in a rut going through the motions, identify what's going on. I think the important thing to remember is that, again, choices influence your routine, which means you have to start by making the right choices, whether consciously or unconsciously. That's the main purpose of this. I'm not here to judge what it is your choices are, because me and you have different goals. You know what I mean? I can't judge your routine. I can't judge the choices you make, but all I can ask you to do is ask yourself, do these choices lead to your desired outcomes? If you don't have any outcomes, well, after you've identified your choices, let's start making a routine. Or remember, you already have a routine. So if you don't like what's going on in your life, change routine. And that requires intention, which means you need to intentionally sit down, think about what you want to do every day, think about what you want to accomplish, build those daily, weekly, monthly reminders. Before you know it, you'll be doing it naturally, which means you'll always be making progress, which means your dreams will always be coming true. And then of course, you'll be seeing it and visualizing and meditating and all of the good things. It's a very big ecosystem. It's a mindset. It's a feeling, the interconnectedness of everything. But let me know what you think. Like I said, please be sure to let me know what you were sipping on in the comments. This was very delicious. Also, let me know if you have a routine in the comments. Do you like it? Do you want to change it? let me know. And use what you can in this video. If you liked what you heard, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button down below. I will see y'all on Friday for the menagerie. I'm very excited. If you want to go deeper, this will be your chance. And of course, be sure to leave a comment, let me know what I should do next week. And of course, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what should next week's topic be. If nobody leaves a comment, I'll just pick one. I have like 30 to pick from. We could do this all day. Peace out, and remember, if you can see it in your mind, you can see it in real life.